Hello guys, and welcome back to another Kerbol Space Program video. And in this video we will be exploring the furthest planet. We're going to go to Eeloo. Yes, exploration Eeloo is back. I guess sort of. Well, it's not really back. This is actually my first Eeloo mission in Kerbal Space Program 2. So it's gonna be a learning experience for me. So technically this is like the reconnaissance mission for exploration Eeloo KSP 2. So yeah, we're going to be exploring Eeloo, and as you can see I'm already starting to build the interplanetary stage, and I put way too much fuel. When I mean way too much fuel, I mean at the end of the mission I still had 8,000 meters per second of delta V left, which is insane. So yeah, this giant spherical fuel tank has a lot of hydrogen in it, a little bit too much. But in the end that was actually pretty good, because although it was way too much, at least it wasn't too bad. Because like the thing, because it was my first mission, I was scared that I was gonna mess up something. So it's nice that I had this extra bit of fuel, but maybe it was a little bit excessive. But then again, I really wanted to try that spherical tank because I've never used it before, so it was a nice learning experience as well. So I'm currently building everything. So there we go. So I've added the lander. The lander also has way too much delta V, so though we didn't have as much delta V left on board when we finished using the lander. So next I'm building the rocket itself that's gonna get us into orbit. So this is the second stage, which is 4 skipper engines. Yes, 4 skipper engines. Then I should have used 5 skipper engines, but whatever, you live and you learn. Next we are building the lower stage, so I'm using the giant 5-meter pieces, and at the bottom I'm adding 3 mammoth engines, 3 giant engines. And in the end, the thing is, you need to understand that I didn't put a fairing around the big spherical tank. What did this mean? This meant that this was actually the most unstable rocket I've ever flown in KSP2. It was excruciatingly difficult to control, because it constantly moved and moved because it's so not aerodynamic. It was so difficult to fly. So yeah, it was really difficult to fly. I kept jiggling and wobbling because of the wobbly rockets. So yeah, that was annoying, but I managed to work against it, against my will. And now I'm adding a bunch of struts, because we need a lot of struts, and we are going to launch. Now this was actually the second attempt at launching. So yes, second attempt, because the first attempt messed everything up and there was a cracking glitch. So oops, and we do have a cracking glitch here because the fairings seem to be a little bit off, but whatever. So as you can see, it's constantly wobbling. So in the end I had to actually point like straight up for a really long time. No, it's wobbling, but I managed to get control. It's so just, I had to put so many reaction wheels and like giant fins to control this giant monstrosity, but I managed to get everything to work. But this also meant that we ended with a very eccentric orbit. I mean like we were at a tilt instead of being equatorial, which isn't ideal, but I still managed to get a good Eeloo encounter, so it wasn't too bad. So we are now using the skipper stage. So let's burn, and as you can see the fairings are a little bit off, and there's another glitch that will arrive. Wait for it, I don't think it's coming yet. Wait for it. There we go, the entire ship just collapsed. like what just happened, I had to reload a quick save because that was so weird. Like the shit just like poof, just like it was so anticlimactic. Like I didn't know what just happened. So I reloaded a quick save, but this time there was another bug, and as you can see, the fairing is still here. But it doesn't even matter at this point. I don't care. So yeah, basically Kerbal Space Program 2 has a lot of bugs, is what I'm trying to say. So now I'm trying to get a nice orbit, a nice round orbit around Kerbin, but we are very tilted, so that's unfortunate. But it works, so does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. So now I'm burning, using those 4 skipper engines, and there we go, we ran out of fuel. We ran out of fuel in the second stage. So we can, well, let's just move to the day side, and then I'll just remove that. And will I remove it? Will I? Oh, a little bit more just to get a nice circular orbit, and there we go. It's off. It's off from our ship. Now I tried to see how much delta V it would cost to get into equatorial orbit, and otherwise, let's just try to get to Eeloo without an equatorial orbit, and if it really doesn't work, then I'll just splurge on my delta V, because I've got 13,000 meters per second of delta V. Like, that is absolutely insane. You don't understand how insane it is. Like, who even has 13,000 meters per second? I don't know, I guess it's me, but whatever. So now we are going towards Eeloo. I'm making the maneuver node. And so I also got I also warped to a Kerbin Eeloo transfer window, which is basically if you draw a line from Kerbin to the sun to Eeloo, the angle that line forms should be 100 degrees. About 100 degrees. It doesn't have to be super accurate. Because then again, Eeloo has such a small sphere of influence, doesn't even matter. Though I did have to do an inclination change, because Eeloo has a very eccentric orbit. This is very inclined and like, yeah, very tilted. So I basically had to do an inclination change at my descending node. So we are now burning towards Eeloo, using the swerve engine, which is basically the nuclear engine with 4 things. So now that we got this, now that our orbit is at Eeloo's, is just above Eeloo's orbit, we are now going to try to get the inclination right. So I got that. There we go. I got the inclination right, but I still don't have an encounter. But I won't yet spoil what I did, because it's actually a really interesting method. It's a very interesting method. It's special. Ooh, there's some lag. Yeah. So we are now warping towards that maneuver node. It's taking a long time, but whatever. I sped everything up. Most of the footage is sped up 4 or 3 times. I think it's 4 times faster than real time. So at the very end of the video, I just sped everything up at 5 times because the video was starting to get really long. This is already a half an hour long video, which I feel like it's pushing a little bit far. So maybe next time either speed everything up a little bit faster, or I cut out a little bit more footage. I don't know which one to go with. But for now, yeah, that's what we got. Half an hour long video. So I'm correcting my inclination. And there we go. We are at the right inclination. Next. So next I realized nothing seems to work very well. So there's one technique is basically burning prograde at the apoapsis, but it was a really expensive burn and I wanted to see if I could be efficient. Yeah, I wanted to be efficient when I had 10,000 meters per second of delta V. That's so just stupid. So then I decided to basically skip orbits. So I just decided to skip orbits, And there we go, after a couple orbits, I managed to get the perfect encounter. So that's great. Whoop, there we go. We're almost there. So I want to say some. I don't want to say anything. I want to say sorry for not uploading a Minecraft video this Thursday. Once again, I didn't really have time because I've been doing quite a lot of stuff today, like this week. Though luckily, my long holiday has finally arrived, so I can finally start doing more videos. So next Minecraft video is coming on Thursday, the upcoming Thursday. I hope. Yeah, I hope. But there we go. We made a maneuver node, and this maneuver node we actually just played around with prograde, retrograde, radial in, radial out, and normal, anti-normal until we got a good encounter. And there we go. I got a good encounter. So it's time to burn. Burn, burn, baby, burn. So, actually, we aren't burning yet. There we go. We now started the burn, and it's almost there. Although the new maneuver node planner is much more accurate than the old one in KSP 1, it's still not perfect. Like, you still need to do some manual changes, because like the maneuver node planner has never been super accurate. Like, the one in KSP 1 was not accurate. They even added a more accurate version, and I never used that more accurate version because it was so annoying to use. But this one, it's more accurate, but it's still very off. There's still a lot of bits missing. So yeah, I'm now fixing my orbit, and I'm actually gonna go grab myself a glass of water because I'm getting really thirsty. So yeah, I paused the commentary to go get a glass of water because my throat was feeling very dry, so let me drink it. Tastes delicious. So I'm currently tweaking my orbit to get a nice encounter with Eeloo, and there we go. Now I'm just warping, and whoop, there we go. Let's now point towards the maneuver node and burn. So let's just focus on Eeloo just so that we can see what we are doing. So yeah, how much time is left? Oh my god, there's still quite a while left. Like, let me guess, 18 minutes. That's a long time. Well, now it's 17 minutes. So yeah, that's quite a while left. But there are going to be quite a lot of things that are going to go. So there we go. Nice encounter with Eeloo. Let's now just let's save the game first. And now let's just time warp. So what else do I have to say whilst we time warp? Actually, yesterday I went to watch the Barbie movie, and I do need to say it is a great movie. It is a very good movie, and I almost cried like several times because there were these bits which were like so like sad and like sentimental, especially at the end. At the end, I like my eyes were like so teary, but I couldn't cry. Like, I literally couldn't cry. I was like so close to crying. The only thing that made me not cry was at the end. So it was like really funny at the very last minute, because suddenly at the very last minute the credits roll, and there was just like the Nicki Minaj song, just like suddenly just like Barbie World, just all of a sudden just like, it was like so like I was about to cry, and all of a sudden it was just like really intense, and like I couldn't cry anymore. It was just so funny. So yeah, almost cried, but in the end I didn't cry. But my eyes were like so watery, like it was so uncomfortable. So yeah, it was so uncomfortable. And I'm changing my orbit a little bit because just so that I can be entering on the right side. So basically I'm coming in with Eeloo's rotation. And as you can see, Eeloo is gorgeous. Eeloo is so beautiful in Kerbal Space Program 2. Already in Kerbal Space Program 1, when they added the new update to Eeloo, Eeloo already looks really good with a new texture revamp, but it looks so many times more beautiful in Kerbal System. Look at that! And look at all the trenches right there. Like, it's so cool. This is insane. Like, how did the devs do this? This is... I can't... It's so good. I can't believe it. So yeah, the textures and like the graphics in Kerbal Space Program 2 are top notch. Like, I think the two best things in Kerbal Space Program 2 is sound design and graphic design, because these two things are absolutely amazing. Although there are all the bugs in the game, and also there was another bug here, as you can see. So basically I time warped whilst doing the burn, and I didn't realize that actually when I time warp, nothing happens. My speed doesn't change. My delta V does change, but my velocity doesn't change. So basically, for that bit... Oh, I spit on my microphone. That's weird. Yeah, I spit a lot when I talk. So basically, in the end, I had to do that burn in real time, which was boring. So I was saying, sound design is superior to KSP1, and the graphic design is superior to KSP1. It's insanely good. The only bummer is all the bugs, but I'm hopeful, I'm pretty optimistic that these bugs are going away. Some of the bugs that I saw in last week's video are gone. I mean, the week before, like, last KSP2 video, there were bugs. Now some of these bugs are gone in this video. So it's nice to see that the bugs are gradually getting squashed. And so here we are now in a circular orbit. Now I did cut a little bit of footage. I cut out the bit when I was like perfecting my orbit, because you don't need to see that. And we are now going to go land. Yeah, I forgot to show a bit, but whatever, you don't need to see everything. So we got our lander ready for the landing, and boys, it's beautiful. The icy sun. Eeloo looks like Europa. It does look like Europa, which is one of Jupiter's moons. So yeah, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It's breathtaking. So we are now landing. How much time is left through the video? 13 minutes. I'm getting hopeful. The video is almost done. There's still 10 minutes. So whatever. We are now landing. I'm so happy I went to Eeloo, because this is beautiful. Because at first I wanted to go to Dres, because I wanted to redo that video I made. But I'm happy I went with Eeloo instead, because I've not seen Eeloo. I've seen videos of Eeloo, but I've never seen it in person. And seeing it in person it's great. Like, look at those canyons. They're absolutely insane. Those canyons are insane. They're like, wow. Wow. Those canyons are great. So, yeah. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Look. You don't understand. It's beautiful. And look at this, the surface is so like, it's like an icy texture, and so, wow, like, I can't believe it. I can't believe the devs did something like this. Like, look, you can literally see the cracks on the ice. Though I did see a little bit of a glitch, and oh, I'm slowing this down to real time so you can see. Yeah, we're kind of like falling into the ground. We're clipping into the ground by just a little bit, unfortunately, so that's sad. Ugh, it's kind of annoying, but whatever. There we go. I decided to jump out and see there was this glitch. So basically the Kerbal is on the ground, but it's not. It's basically flying. Yeah, you can see he's literally falling. So I think this is a glitch with Eeloo, because I saw other people getting that glitch. And now he's normal. Now Jeb's normal. but Jebediah was pretty weird right there, so interesting. But yeah, we finally landed on the furthest planet, Eeloo. So 10 minutes left of the video. So I planted the flag. Now let's take a screenshot, and next let's get Jebediah back on board. Did I just bash my hand into the microphone? I think so. So there we go, jump. And why is the land is so dark? And I'm trying to land and I missed. So shame on me now. Okay. Ooh, there we go, we're on board. And I decided to target the mothership, and oh, for some reason the mothership is on a crashing trajectory. That's weird. That's another glitch with Eeloo that I saw a lot of people getting. So now I had to frantically burn retrograde to try to raise my periapsis, because I was like, oh no, I'm gonna crash into Eeloo, this is a disaster. But there we go. So I got my periapsis back up. So I'm not gonna show you me perfecting my orbit, because like it's so boring. You guys don't need to see me perfecting my orbit again. So there we go, we targeted the mothership, and now the lander is taking off towards the mothership. So there we go, we're taking off. Isn't that just nice? So basically just pointing 90 degrees almost immediately, because this Eeloo doesn't have an atmosphere. So there we go, now I'm making a maneuver now to try to tweak my orbit to get a nice encounter with the mothership. So there we go, we got a nice 1 kilometer encounter. So not too bad, 1 kilometer. I could do better, but do I need to do better? I keep bashing my stuff in my microphone. So yeah, I don't need to do any better than what I just did. 8 minutes left of the video. Why am I suddenly counting down the video? It's just because it's so boring to like record these videos. Obscenely boring. So yeah, we are burning, getting the right orbit. There we go, got a nice encounter. It doesn't matter anymore. So there we go, it doesn't matter anymore. Now I'm gonna point retrograde relative to the target, and there we go. We got basically the same orbit as our mothership, and now we're gonna do the easy method of pointing target and then pointing retrograde and then pointing target and then pointing retrograde. So yeah, there we go, nice encounter, nice and close encounter. Then I do the thing. Now unfortunately, one bad thing is that we are going to be docking on the dark side of the moon, of Eeloo, which means that you guys are, I could barely see anything. Yeah, look at that. I don't think you guys can even see anything, because like YouTube naturally makes videos look darker, so I might have to bump up the brightness of the video. I might have to bump up the brightness of that video. If I did, then I'll put a little text saying, yeah, I brightened up the video, but yeah, this is way too dark. I'm definitely going to brighten up the video, because the vessels are literally jet black. Like when I was recording the video, I was like, I could barely see anything. So if I couldn't see anything, that means you guys probably can't see anything either. So I'm having some difficulties docking, because the ship, I think I'm going a little bit too fast, because the ships keep like rotating around each other, which is weird. But there we go, we got the orbit. Let's say got the orbit. We docked, so now I'm making a save game, and let's say goodbye to our Kerbals. Goodbye lander. And ooh, that's a lot of lag. So now I'm starting to plot the way back to cabin. So basically all I'm doing is basically prograde until my periapsis is at about Kerbin's height, at about Kerbin's orbit, and then after that I'll do the same skip orbit trick just to get back to Kerbin. So once again, I have too much. I still got 8,000 meters per second of delta. I didn't even use half of my delta. That is unbelievable. I didn't use half my delta V. That is insane. It is very insane, I believe. Absolutely unbelievable. So now I'm just burning. It's taking so long because I can't time it because it won't work. So there we go. We are done. I'm just tweaking my orbit. Tweaking everything. I'm just trying to get everything right. Tweak. And I can't seem to get an encounter, but I'm getting those two. I'm getting the intersect very close to each other, so it's not too bad. So how long is left? 5 minutes left. 4 minutes left. I'm so happy the video is almost done, because like making these videos is so boring. Like, it's unbelievably boring. Yeah, it's absolutely so boring. It is insanely boring. You don't understand how boring it is. Ugh. There we go. We got an intersect. We got an encounter, I meant. So now I'm moving. Now I'm gonna time warp. And more glitches will be happening now. They won't be happening right now. First of all, why is there this weird line? Like, you can see this long yellow line in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what it is, but it's really weird. So yeah. What else am I gonna be doing? So there we go. It's taking so long. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to talk about anymore. It's so boring. Yeah, the end of every single Kerbal Space Program video is like really boring, because like it's just me getting back to Kerbin. It's like there's nothing else going on. It's boring. And I'm not gonna see it in my chair now. Oops. Whatever. What can I talk about? We've got 3 minutes left. Ooh. Whatever. So yeah, I watched a Barbie movie. It's a really sad movie at the end. At the end, it's kind of sentimental, but it's also happy ending, because Barbie Land is back to normal and Barbie goes to the real world. I just spoiled the entire movie. Ugh. Oh my god. I can't believe it. I literally spoil movies. I'm so good at spoiling movies. Like, I just spoiled it right there when I didn't even want to spoil it. But whatever. There we go, we got an encounter. I think it's pretty good. I'm trying to tweak it again. Tweak. There we go, tweaking. And you know what, that's pretty good. So yeah, there we go, I got a good encounter. And there we go, we've got a weird glitch, because like you can see, I've lost my encounter. And I'm trying to fix it by doing prograde retrograde. But as much as I try to fix it, I can't get the encounter. Unbelievable, I can't get the encounter. I was like, what? Why am I not getting the encounter? It's like, and once I make a maneuver node, I get the encounter. And after time warping for a bit, I get the encounter. That's so weird, like, what? Devs, can you please fix this bug? Because it's so weird. But now it worked. That was weird. That's weird. But there we go, finally in Kerbin's sphere of influence, and now I'm gonna burn radial in, just so that I can get a closer periapsis. And there we go. 15 kilometers, not too bad. So now we are coming down to cabin. Look at cabin. Cabin is really beautiful in Kerbal Space Program 2. Although it was also very gorgeous in Kerbal Space Program 1. But it was only gorgeous in Kerbal Space Program 1 if you had mods. But now, look at that, it's pretty beautiful. Ooh, that's some weird rocking. Yeah, we deployed our parachutes a little bit quick. So, oops, that we caused some rocking. And there we go, the mission is done. So, yeah, recover vessel. And yeah, on the left hand side is a video for you, on the right hand side is a playlist, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye!